spent on all this porting and quality assurance and testing, and it's a substantial expense for any software development company in mobile. Now, a couple of trends that make this even more complicated going forward is that if you look at this slide, next one is on consumer. You look at the consumer, and then we'll look at enterprise, and you see what's happening as a trend is that we're getting more features in every one of these consumer applications. We're going to higher resolution cameras. We're seeing 1, 2, and 3, and 4 megapixels coming out in the digital camera part of the phone. You're seeing larger storage capacities going into these phones. You'll see 4 and 8 gigabytes resident on the iPhone coming out in June. You're seeing more music sites coming to market, and then the number of radios going in these devices is going up from 3G to include data with eDVO if it's on CDMA, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, global positioning, new TV broadcast in the form of DVB-H or media flow. Some are having AM and FM radios, WiMAX, RFID. It's just continuing, so it's a very complex environment. And on the enterprise, you're seeing the same thing. And the difference in the enterprise is most of the phones have QWERTY keyboards built in to help you manage and process email, but you have more environments again with Microsoft Windows Mobile gaining ground. You have the Nokia Series 16, which is a very big success story in Europe. You've got Palm Trio selling 3 million units a year. Again, you've got more radios, you've got more push technology going on, and you're running mission-critical applications. In this particular case, it may be that the enterprise is actually developing the application versus a third party. They suffer from the same challenge as to how are they going to manage software going into all these devices. On the next slide, how do we approach the solution to the mobile phone development, software development effort? What's this dilemma? First of all, as an analyst, I'd say every software developer should work with handset manufacturers early to get their specs for the next hot phone coming down the pike. Now, if you're a handset manufacturer, think in terms of potentially thousands of companies contacting you saying, we want the specs on your next device. So you have to do some marketing and business development effort to get them to give you some attention. Second issue is that once you have the new phone, you have to automate in some form the QA, because you don't want to start a whole development effort, do it all over again, all over again, all over again. And what you want to do is test for the device and the application, and then you want to automate this process as much as possible. Now, there are tools out there available. Some companies like to do this internally and absorb the cost. Others want to gain efficiency. And Tira Wireless is, of course, one of the leaders in this automated software development process for mobile. They allow code reuse, so you can develop once and then use those routines on a library so that you can pick them up and easily port them over to the next application. You can collaborate with team members so that you can share code. And you get all of the assurance testing process in suites of testing capability that allow the process to be as efficient as possible. In summary, I really feel there's a large problem in mobile software development. A lot of you are attending this because you probably have a development problem or a challenge, or you want to develop and you want to learn how to create it as efficiently as possible, and you want to pick up some tricks and techniques and maybe become a customer of Tira if that's appropriate. But in any event, you've got a big problem to solve. There's lots of mobile handsets. There's a lot of platforms. There's different wireless operators. How are you going to manage this? You've got, again, a large, up to 40% of engineering resources that are going to be devoted to porting in QA, and mobile software developers need to use some form of tools. Tira Wireless happens to be one of the leaders providing that in the industry, so we're pleased to be a part of this webinar with them. And as Tony said in the beginning of the welcome message to me that I published this Inside Mobile newsletter, it's now going to well over 100,000 people twice a month, and it's exciting to have this acceptance and feedback. And if you want it, it's free. Just go to frost.com/InsideMobile and sign up. And I appreciate being able to be with you guys today. I'll be around for questions and answers a little bit later. So back to you, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the webinar along with the people attending.
Thanks, Jerry. You painted a very exciting growth trajectory for mobile applications. the same time, you've shown how challenging it can be for the creators of these applications and mobile content to get to market. I think this would be a good time to introduce and start talking a little bit deeper about Tira Wireless and solutions. Go mobile. It's hard to miss, and it's a simple message that can mean many things. But for us today, it means only one thing. We want to help you get your application to the mobile phone market with lightning speed. Whether you are a publisher of mobile content already or have an existing web experience that could reach millions of users, if your goal is to deploy to the mobile phone, we can help you. If you're just starting out with nothing but a great idea for a mobile application, we can provide you with the benefits of our years of experience through our consulting services. Or you can have your development and deployment teams use the Tira Jump family of products and solutions to get your application to the mobile platform. With, did I already say, lightning speed? So I know everyone's chomping at the bit to hear more about the new Tira Jump 2007 platform. But first, let's talk about the value chain that is mobile content creation and deployment, and how Tira Wireless fits in. On the left, you'll see the content creators. These are the companies that own the world's most famous names in entertainment, music, movie, gaming, sports, or news industries. Or they could be web publishers that have online experience that they wish to extend to their mobile phone. Or perhaps they're a very small company with an insanely great idea for an application for mobile. All of these creators have the same goals and desires to move their application to market as quickly as possible. The channels on the right can take many forms, such as service delivery platforms, operators, direct-to-consumer portals, and aggregators. These are the companies where consumers of your applications go to download and enjoy your new experience. To go from the left, where the mobile experience is created, to the right, where it ultimately is consumed, requires a series of complex steps. It is challenging at best and nearly impossible at worst. Our estimates have shown that adaptation costs to enable mobile applications to target a wide market of devices and carriers can cost at least as much as the original cost of the application, and many times much more. This is where the Tira Jump 2007 platform shines. Tira Jump is a platform that gives you the ability to manage the life cycle of a mobile application deployment from adaptation, localization, optimizing the application, all the way through testing, certification, and finally packaging up the mobile content for submission to the carrier or to the deck. Not only do we give you the tools and infrastructure to manage the process, but the foundation of Tira Jump is the unique device and operator knowledge base that we've created over many years. The knowledge base can seem like a living, breathing organism that learns and grows its knowledge as we profile new devices and carrier requirements. Each device we receive goes through a battery of tests as we seek to understand its behavior and, just as importantly, any anomalies exhibited by the device. As of today, this morning, we have 1,982 physical devices in our inventory and have profiled over 8,400 unique device and carrier configurations. All this device and carrier knowledge is directly available to our customers with the Tira Jump platform and drives the complete transformation of a mobile application to one that will run on many mobile devices.